just why I'm waiting for the long recording with all the family documents to upload. I will do this one very briefly because people kept, I don't know, bringing up where I grew up, but not knowing because we didn't grow up in one area like a plebetarian. Sorry, but whether these useless people like to accept their boring, pathetic life and upbringing or not, I didn't have a boring upbringing. I wasn't raised like some deadbeat plebetarian that stayed in the same area. I got to ride horses in Sydney, meaning growing up with having a horse stud in Sydney, 10 minutes from Parramatta. About 3 minutes from, what would it be to drive there? 3 or 4, probably say 5 minutes from West Point Shopping Centre in Blacktown. Yeah. Get in your car, up the road, 5 minutes to West Point Shopping Centre, Blacktown. St. Patrick's Mall, where my auntie, who was a paralegal as well, but on the side, she owned a dress shop in St. Patrick's Mall. She owned a fashion boutique, and she did. Marianne Mahowski owned a fashion boutique in St. Patrick's Mall, which was across the road from, it used to be, from West Point Shopping Centre. And around in First Avenue, close there, was the ice skating ring, which growing up, we used to do ice skating. Yeah. So I don't know where people gathered all this bullshit information about me from, because for some weird reason, some scammers have made up, they thought I was some closet-minded, born and raised in country town that had no exposure. Except that's not true, because like I've said, and you'll see this with the documents that are uploaded in the previous video, that my family are all from the city. Okay, my mum's actually born in Darlinghurst. Okay, when she was born, her parents were still living in Rozelle in Manfield Street. Nan's from Leica, Pop's from Balmain Rozelle. I've already explained all the family members, including to do with Nan's cousin, Gary Williams, who last time I heard, back in 2003, he was still living in Bondi. He sold his grandmother's place in Bellevue Hill. His grandmother is Nan's great aunt, which is my great uncle's aunt. I've brought this up before. Uncle Fred, Leo Patrick Sayers. Auntie's from Bellevue Hill. Leo Patrick Sayers from Bellevue Hill. His cousin Tommy's from Bellevue Hill. His nephew, Tommy's son, my nan's cousin, Bellevue Hill, but then sold his grandmother's house and then moved to Bondi. That's where my nan's mother's side of the family from. Her father's side's from a different area. I've already explained this and got denied the truth over and over again. So I don't care. You can gaslight me all you want. There's the documents. Let's go and argue it out in court. I can back myself up. I'm not going to stand for defamation of character and slander for 9 years because idiots thought I'm from an area of New England and Tamworth and then started making up stories about that. I'm like, what's these stories? Like I said, people made up stories of trauma because I don't go there. I'm like, I don't go there because I'm not from there. Why am I meant to go there? Can you please explain to me? Because you believe I'm from there, but I'm not from there. I've lived most of my life in the city and I'm born and raised in the suburbs of Sydney. But you're making the stories up. My mother did move there with her second husband. That's right. She did. In April 1989. And I briefly went there for 6 years. That's right, I did. And as far as I knew, it was just an area. We knew nobody when my mother moved there. We had no friends. We had no families no friends, no family from that area. Sorry, I had the TV in the background. And my mother went there for a holiday. This is how it happened. She went there for a holiday, for a weekend. According to her, she loved the area. That's why she brought there. But I'll be realistic. My stepfather liked the area. That's why she brought there. So she just remarried. On the rebound, my dad divorced her straight away on the rebound. She remarried. And this guy, she just recently remarried, not even a year. She wasn't with him a year. He liked the area. So she brought there. She went there for a holiday and she brought there. No friends and no family was from the area. So she went there and made it work. Good on ya. Okay? Well done. Enjoy it. Because my family is not from there. It's only a place. And until the last 9 years, I had no idea there was any issues surrounding the area. But now I'm getting told that apparently I had issues surrounding it. I'm like, news to me, because I'm not from there. So it's news to me that was ever any issues, except for what you've made up in the last 9 years, which is what a lot of people have started making up, which has pissed me off even in the area I'm currently in. Apparently I had, apparently all this shit was going on that wasn't true, because I'm like, again, I'm repeating myself. I am not from there. I'm not from there. So this is an aerial view right here. Okay. This is the property when my parents, Carol Ann Purdy, and my father, who's a builder, Mark Ian Fleming, brought land in Sydney. 10 minutes from Parramatta. My dad's from Parramatta. There you go. 1978, the year before I was born. You can see that there, and you'll see it got really built up really quickly. Where I've highlighted there in red, that's our property in Sydney. Like I've said, we had a very long driveway up to the house. Okay, if you kept driving ahead, it takes you to the garage. If you turn to the right, it will take you around to where the feed truck would come for the horses and the stables and so forth, to like the service entrance, which you'll call the service entrance, because you wouldn't drive up to the house and use that right entrance where the gate is all the time. You'd only use that if you're dropping off horses or feed or anything to do with that part. You keep driving up to the front to the garage. Watch. This is it when it's built up. Here it is here. As you can see, I put the arrow, that's the entrance, 12 Dunsmore Street, long driveway up. You've got an entrance around to the right-hand side. In front of you, that takes you to the garage. You can see the garage there, which is the grey roof. You can see the tile roof there of the house, large house. You can see the back of the house, a massive, huge, large entertainment area. You can see where that red dot is, that pinkish, yellowy color, that is sandstone pavement. We had landscape gardens. You can see that blue spot, that's the swimming pool. You can see over there, across from that, the other grey structure, that is the stables. Yeah, in Sydney, we had land. Yeah, and then up the road from that, if you drive up the road there, this direction, make a right, there was coffee shops, train stations, milk bars, yeah, built up area. Okay, I can't believe that didn't record them. Right, I have to do it all over again. Going from where I just was with explaining where I grew up and the property I grew up in Sydney, jumping over to this photo here, and why I'm bringing this up is because the white jacket I'm wearing there, extremely expensive Cavalli jacket. Okay, that's me. You can see that. That shirt, black Versace shirt. Those pants, grey Dolce & Gabbana. This photo is taken in the garden of my place in Surrey Hills. And you can see I had a beautiful, amazing garden there in Surrey Hills. Water features, beautiful plants and so forth. My Nana Lola there. My partner at the time, John Cabino. And we are getting ready to go to the theatre to see Billy Elliot in April 2008. And why am I bringing this up? Because someone decided to bring up and slander me and look at what my expensive furniture was, my expensive clothing, my jewelry, my shoes. And they wanted to make up stories that apparently this was all just recently accumulated or accumulated since a certain time, when that's not true. Because I actually already owned all of these items before, and you can see a lot of it, photos and videos, even going right back to the year 2001, some of these items. Okay? You can see this already, that I already had these items prior to being mugged and robbed November 30th, 2007 after work. Therefore, those lies about me that started straight away in 2015, I asked to have them squashed because it doesn't match the facts. Really, Justin was spending his money on what? An expensive Cavalli jacket that he's already wearing in April 2008? Yeah. Like I said, those lies about me since 2015, don't match the facts. And seriously, the people who started those lies really don't have a brain. There I am right there wearing those same outfit that people wanted to make up stories about. Right there. Actually, this was good. I've just turned over to another photo here. Excuse me. This photo is myself and my twin sister Amanda in January 2001 in Hollywood when we were traveling around LA, because I traveled around America already in January and February 2001. That's my twin sister Amanda there to the left. That's me to the right. We're in a nightclub lounge there. That shirt is my Dolce & Gabbana shirt. I think I'm pretty sure that's either my Versace shirt that used to have this sort of a blue pearl through it with these sort of like little round balls in it, or it could be my Armani shirt. Gold chains, thick gold chains. That's me. Look at that. That shirt is Dolce & Gabbana, and that would either be my, I don't know, it's my plain black. I can't see that, but I have to look at the original. That's either my Versace shirt, or that would be either my plain black Armani shirt underneath it. I'll have to have a look deeper, but that's either my Dolce & Gabbana. In 2001. In 2001. Okay, so when you want to make up stories about somebody like these arseholes did since 2015, maybe look at the documents and, get your facts right first before you make up bullshit stories about somebody. Oh, by the way, yeah, thick, dark, black eyebrows, dark skin, yeah. Always have. Oh, massive big gold earrings, yeah. Yeah, I really got defamation and discrimination in the last 9 years, and believe me, people are gonna fucking hear about it. Like I've said before, you're interfering in my life. So you don't see me prying into your life, do you? You see, I'm someone that has been raised right. Okay? I don't believe in villages and community shit that country people love and they want to bring it to Sydney. Sweetheart, this is Sydney. If you want that lifestyle, run along to a country town with your bullshit communal veggie garden. There's plenty of country areas you can have that. I look at that and I go, wow, someone should be snapping that up. That is prime real estate location right there. A developer should be getting that, concreting over and putting in a massive big apartment building. That's prime real estate. I can't believe that's a fucking veggie patch. Seriously, I moved into this area. I'm like, are you kidding me? They're wasting that land to grow vegetables. There's country areas they can move to for that. That's prime real estate. Could not believe it. I'm like, every time I walk past, I'm like, you're fucking shitting me. These deadbeat hippies move to the country. So yeah, I've always been a city person. So that's why I'm old school Sydney. I mind my own business. And the best way what you can do is you butt out and mind your own business, because you don't want me prying or involving myself into your life. You'll hear it. You know that old saying about tall fences makes good neighbours? Yes. They had something right there. Tall fences makes really good neighbours. You mind your own business and everybody gets along well. Actually, I had to just grab hold of this one here because there's a Dolce & Gabbana shirt there I'm wearing in 1996. Yeah, always wore expensive designer labels. Unlike plebetarians like Stephanie Tesalis, some deadbeat fucking loser that pretended she knew me, but I'm like, I've met her. Yeah, I've met her, but we're not friends. She's some loser with delusional fantasies that stalked me. She's a deadbeat. She doesn't know a thing about me. Yeah, but I like I said, yeah, I have met her. She's a fucking freak. Oh, wait, I had to grab hold of this photo as well because it's January 2011. God, I was so toned there as well. Just to pinpoint the jewelry I'm wearing there in January 2011. And the reason being is because somebody made up a story that jewelry I'm wearing, I must have only just recently accumulated since 2016, although there it is. I'm wearing it in 2011 and I'm also wearing that ring there in 2006 in photos as well. So your lies don't match the facts. There's the facts. There's document proofs. Let's just argue it out in front of a magistrate. It's a lot cleaner that way. I can back myself up that everything I'm saying is the truth, and I can also back myself up that you people have done nothing but piss me off for 9 years. in 2 countries since 2015. Well done. I'm going to be a cunt to everybody because you created this cunt. Oh, even better. Sam Tataro's wedding to Louisa. Was that late 2004? That's myself with John Tataro. There I am. Like I said, I've always been tanned. There I am. Tanned, long hair. So someone was making up a story about my hair never being long. It's always been long. I tie it back. When I tie my hair back, it looks short from the front, but it's just tied back in a bun. Seriously, I was sporting the man bun back in the early 2000s. I was sporting the man bun in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, that's me. Sam Tataro's wedding to Louisa. They didn't stay married long, but look at that. Oh, thick gold chains around my neck in 2004. And my arm that's over here across, that's Johnny Tataro. You can see. Look at that. Oh, my diamond ring that people brought up. That's it there. It's very blurry, but you can still see it. The watch that people brought up is there, and chains and so forth. So, I have all the photos to back up what I'm saying to be the truth. 2004, and there's the watch and jewelry and so forth that people brought up since 2015. Funny how people bring things up as slander and defamation of character to push their own narrative and agenda. However, they don't have a leg to stand on. I guess people thought that I was going to be this pushover, like I've always been, where I just ignored and let things go. But yeah, not this time, mate. Oh, and while we're talking about jewelry, yeah, this is myself, left, my twin sister Amanda right. We're in San Francisco in 2001, and you can see, look at all those gold thick chains around my neck. Designer label clothing. As you can see, the shirt is there that I'm wearing. Yes, I've always had that jewelry and worn a lot of gold jewelry and a lot of designer label my entire life. So why make up slanderous stories about me that aren't true in the last 9 years since 2015? Because it doesn't match the facts. Oh, and there's my competition. There's me. What's this? Mount Riding Equipment. So Mount Riding Equipment Gentlemen's English Turnout class, competing in 1997 at the Royal Easter Show in Sydney, which is in Moore Park. Sometimes, as I've said, look, unfortunately, I have no control over what people do. My last name is Fleming, as you can see, J.M. Fleming right there. But sometimes, because people knew my mother, they would accidentally do things like this. That doesn't mean I was ever known as my mother's second marriage name. It just meant they were confused. Okay? But they were always told by me, don't put Rackley down. I'm not related. My mother just remarried. That's nothing to do with me. You people keep getting told. So if my mother remarries again, are you going to add another name to my name? My name's Justin Mark Fleming. All you have to know is my name's Justin Fleming. Carol Rees marries, and it's like, oh God, the sky's falling down, Henny Penny. What do we do with the kids? Do we put that name on as well? It's like, no, my name's Justin Mark Fleming. Amanda is Amanda Lee Fleming. Okay, Carol remarried. She's the only one with the name changed. And here they get it right. There you go. What was it, 17 years? This must be the year after. Sydney Olympic Park. 2002, riding teams and pairs, first place, Justin Fleming. Sydney Royal Show, Homebush Bay, Mount Rider Gentlemen Turnout class. This would have been 1999. Second place. So yeah, okay, second place. I don't believe I have to be gaslighted for so many years, including with immigration, when I'm there going, I've just told you the truth. And now I keep repeating myself for 9 years. I'm pissed off. So this is not, oh, he's having a breakdown or an anger breakdown or psychotic breakdown. It's like, no, man. Believe me, I'm not. I'm just fucking pissed off. If I have to keep repeating things over and over again because you're so arrogant and toxic, which is what these organizations are, that you're not accepting what I'm telling you to be the truth, then I'm going to get pissed off every time I have to keep repeating this. And the more I'm paying money in damages for this, the more I'm going to get pissed off. And I'm not going to accept any of your bullshit of trying to twist this into something else than what it is. And the simple fact is that, one, I was slandered and lied about since 2015. Okay. And two, you don't accept information when it's right there in front of your face, even in a document. So forget about my own statement. There's the document that's backed everything I've set up, but you don't want to accept that. And that's where, as you can see with the previous one, so I'm going to upload this one before it gets too much larger file. Oh, sorry, that's bad English. Before this file is too large to upload, because there's a previous one coming before this. Just going to add to the end of this recording of these documents and my commentary over, which sounds like I'm really pissed off. And it is, because of what went on in the last 9 years where idiots had wrong information. And they wanted to keep harassing my life over it. Like, you've got to remember, I know this is going out on YouTube and social media. I know this is going out on YouTube and social media, but you've got to remember that I got lied about in 2015. I had organizations involve themselves and then say they were going to rally around friends and family. I said, no, you're not. You're going to butt out and mind your own business. I'm being lied about. Ignore it. I am. I'm ignoring it. Instead, they didn't. I ended up being the victim of monitoring to the point of surveillance, the practically point of bugging, prying. It was disgusting. Where my entire movement, my entire life was like put under a microscope. And I even got documents that back this up. I was like, are you kidding me? You were told to stop, you're causing me damage. You were told back in 2016 to stop, you're causing me damage, you have wrong information, so stop. Then to cover up what they've done, these organizations, they then go, oh, now he's having a breakdown. Oh, he's having a psychotic breakdown. It's like, no, I'm not. You're lying about me. You keep coming around my place, prying. And you're lying. You're absolutely lying about me. You are deliberately breaking privacy laws. You are deliberately breaking prying laws. What are you doing is deliberately harassing my life, which is a criminal offense. And they've done it for 9 years. It was deliberately interfering with my living home environment, deliberately interfering with my living home environment for 9 years in 2 countries, causing me duress, to say the least. Then from that, there's criminal defamation, not to mention the prying laws that they actually did broke these people, thinking they're entitled to do it. Then you have the recklessly endanger my health, because, yeah, it caused me health problems. These health problems are the last 9 years, not before it. You caused it. And these same people want to turn around and lie more. It's like, just keep lying. Keep digging your hole and lying about me and causing trouble in my life because you want to get away with what behavior you have done towards me that's criminal. And that's it. Now, here in this photo, I want to show you, this is where, so the house that Nan grew up in, at some stage, Uncle Fred changed the fence out the front. This here is 43 Piper Street, Leichhardt, when they were getting the new fence done. If you look to the left, that's the main front door. Okay. That's the window into the main front bedroom of the terraced house. That's where Julia passed away. Nan's. Let me just. There it is there. There it is. This here is how 43 Piper Street, Leichhardt used to look. Although what you can't see here is the fact that the ceiling was extremely high, and in the ceiling cavity, it's an attic ceiling, an attic. So Uncle Fred used to have his dark room up there. So there actually was another story that wasn't used. And yeah, which in Uncle Fred's bedroom, there was a long ladder that you climbed up and you could actually stand up. It was a full story above the whole house, and it never, ever got used. The new owners ended up putting all the bedrooms up there and making it longer, like a bigger house downstairs. So I kid you not. So I went up to that attic space and you could stand up in it and walk around. It was a proper, complete upstairs attic from one end of the house to the next on 43 Piper Street, Leichhardt. Like, well, I could stand up as a kid. And that's where a lot of Uncle Fred's slides and that were. It's the brick fence. That's me. And that's house. Yep, there we go. So these are from Uncle Fred's slides. There. That's 43 Piper Street, Leichhardt. And I often go there. It's my grounding space. It's where I'm like, oh, I'll go there and I'm grounded.